Hey Fishers, and welcome back to Fishers Game Day. My name is Seth, joined alongside all my hosts.
Aiden Foley.
Joe Bellato.
Raymond Green. Alex Schilling.
And guys, today we got a big game in store. We got the second matchup versus HSE. So I'm gonna hand it over to my boys Aiden and Joe. We're gonna talk about the game.
Well, before we do that, let me run you through what we're going to do today on Game Day. First off, we got the Noblesville game recap from my boy Aiden Foley, and then we got the HSE's last game recap against Homestead.
Oh yeah.
And then we're going into a little kicking competition that Aiden will preview after this. And then over on that side of the table, we got Alex and Ray giving us the upcoming game.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow. So Aiden.
Yeah, I'll kick us off with the Noblesville Fishers game, first round of sectionals. It was a little different looking for Noblesville. Their quarterback threw 9 for 13, 139 yards, a touchdown and 2 interceptions, which is a step up from last game.
Womp womp.
At least.
Pretty bad though.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost.
Anyway.
Can we talk about the score predictions? I don't think any of us predicted it right. We all predicted that Noblesville would score 14 points.
You don't have a mic, you idiot.
We all predicted that Noblesville would score 14 points, but they scored 21. So I just want to put that out there.
That is only one more touchdown, so I feel we were all pretty close.
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay, Aiden, back to that game.
Yeah. All right, so their leading receiver was Aiden Brewer, the tight end, with five receptions for 86 yards and 1 touchdown. I mean, 86 yards, gotta give him some credit. They also had Noah Schinkel, a sophomore, with 2 receptions for 27 yards, and Tyler Holmes, another sophomore, 2 receptions for 86. So, pretty calm day for Noblesville in the passing game, but their rushing game definitely stepped up. Brody Gump, a senior, 14 carries for 74 yards, and Tyler Holmes, who's a sophomore, had 11 carries, 45 yards, and a touchdown. So that definitely boosted them, but wasn't enough to get the win. Yeah. Send it over to Joe to preview the HSE game.
Yeah, so to talk about last week, you know, the Royals played off against the Homestead Spartans, which is a team from Fort Wayne, Indiana. This was the team that lost to Noblesville 49-0 or something like that. It was a big blowout game, and the Royals only beat them 20-14. So, you know, if we can go into this game with our heads up, because we beat Noblesville twice, we beat them by a decent margin last week, and the Royals only beat the Spartans by 6 points last week, considering the Noblesville Millers beat them by, 49, this should be...
Well, it is a tournament game, you know.
It is a tournament game, but I mean, odds are in our favor going into this game. We won the last Mudsock, and we're going into this game with our heads high. We have confidence. But going into stats, you know, Hamilton Southeastern was pretty consistent throughout the game. They had 3 in the first quarter, 7 in the second, 7 in the third, and 3 in the fourth. Homestead didn't score until the fourth quarter, which they had 14 points in. So obviously, you know, looking at that, I'm thinking the Fishers could, you know, maybe have a good last half in their game tomorrow. You know, they could come out firing, of course, like we talked about in the Noblesville game, which they did, but they could also come out, you know, finishing well in the game. And then let's go on to what the quarterbacks did. So Chandler Weston for HSE. We don't like him, but it's okay. He went 8 for 15. So obviously their throwing game wasn't very strong. They relied mostly on their running game. He had 1 touchdown, you know, nothing special. Completion percentage of only .53.
Okay, I forgot to give a shout out to our quarterback, Caden Hill.
See him?
Obviously, yep. Raymond Green called it, didn't he? Last week he was going to be
Sure did. 250 plus.
12 for 18, 265 yards, 2 tutties, and a passer rating of 146. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah. So, you know, obviously he has to be feeling really confident, especially going against someone like Chandler Weston, who mostly relies on his legs, like Lamar Jackson. As of their rushing yards, they had Carter Reed with, you know, his longest was 6. He had 13 yards. Exactly. Now, Brendan Baker, he had 138 yards. His longest carry was 64 yards. So he might be someone to look out for in this matchup. I mean, other than that, no one really stands out to me. Callan Okerson, he had 1 reception. Liam Boyd, 88, he had 5 receptions. That's their tight end. You know, I mean, 67 yards. Their receiving game wasn't good last game, so I'm thinking they might switch that up going into Fishers. But I mean, overall, looking at, you know, the game Fishers had last week compared to the game HSE had last week, I mean, the odds are in our favor. There's nothing more to say. Like, the odds are in our favor.
But I would like to add one thing. I think it's a little ridiculous how the game is at HSE once again. You know, because in previous years, whenever it's at that home team's arena, it's always at the other teams after. So this year we're at HSE for the Mudsock matchup. Yet we're back at HSE again. I'm not sure how that works. Not sure why that's allowed. Really, I think that's kind of stupid, quite frankly. But considering we got it done and closed the game out last time, I think we can close it out this time. But I just want to put that out there. I think it's stupid.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say it doesn't really matter. Obviously, the Tigers brought the spirit last time, and rushing on the field was probably one of the most special high school experiences we've all had. So I feel like being at HSC and kind of having that environment again with all the Tiger cage and everyone that was there, I think it'll be just fine. So
Love to hear it.
Move into Aiden, you want to explain the kicking competition?
Yeah, so we're gonna do something new here on game day. We're gonna move into the kicking competition. So each of us will kick a 20-yard field goal. So from the 10-yard line, each of us will get one chance, and whoever makes it moves on to the second round and so on. So should we get into it?
That's really intimidating. Let's get to it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Get a little prediction before this one.
This is not going in. Oh my God. Seth, how we feeling?
Yeah, I think my kick is going to go not only through the field goal, but beyond the field goal, all the way over to Reynolds Tiger baseball field, and I think it's going to hit the diamond.
Oh, good golly.
Well,
That was actually really. That was actually probably the best one. So if I miss it now,
Hey, no pressure.
Bray's gonna get it.
Just aim for that.
Nailed it.
I don't think I'm gonna make it. My ankle's hurt. I broke my ankle a couple months ago, so I got you. Oh my God!
Warm up, I felt pretty good. I could have kicked it from the 30 if I wanted to.
No!
Obviously pretty embarrassing, as you saw. Alex was the only winner. Congrats to him.
Is no good at fantasy football though.
Yeah, that wasn't a great performance for all of us. I hope you guys enjoyed it, but yeah.
Ray, are you sweating?
I'm sweating profusely, actually. I'm wearing all black, and the sun is beating down on me right now. I'm not feeling the greatest. I also ate a whole bag of Airheads today, so I'm not really feeling the greatest, but we're gonna live through it.
All right. Anyways, moving on. So this week's rematch, shall I say, versus HSE. It's at HSE, not the Blue School, unfortunately, but it's okay. I think we've established HSE can't close games because they were up 20-0 or something like that, and then they let it be 20-14. So I think that's something to look out for. But I'm gonna start off my big score prediction for this week versus HSE. I'm going, as always, at their high-scoring games. I'm gonna go Fishers 42 to HSE 37. Boom.
How do you make it to 37 points in football?
Yeah.
We did it last time. We won 37-36, did we not?
37-35.
We missed a field goal.
37-35.
Yeah.
37-35.
It's possible.
Yeah, there's a way.
42-37, final score.
Aiden shots. Aiden.
All right. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game as well. I'm really torn here because it is at HSC and we did win, and obviously, we have a lot of confidence in our backup quarterback. But I think I'm going to have to go Fishers 45.
That's disgusting.
HSC 42.
That's disgusting.
I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to come down
That score
to
is too close. That's disgusting.
Okay, well, I think it's going to come down to the final possession. It's going to be intense, just like the Mudsock game. So, yeah, send it over to Joe.
Make it make sense.
So, the previous 2 years before this year, both the games went into overtime and Fishers lost.
Yes, both games.
Nuh-uh.
I didn't even go here, and I know that.
Oh, they did. You're right.
Anyway, you're wearing blue.
Joe, can we wrap it up?
Yeah. So I think the score for tomorrow's game is going to be. I don't think it's going to be high scoring.
Okay, I love that.
I think it's going to be.
So what's the score, though?
I think it's going to be. What's 21 minus 3?
18.
21-18. Fishers.
This guy cannot do math.
No,
Alex, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking medium score game. Medium score. I'm gonna go 21-24.
Medium score is outrageous. So
literally what I said.
to begin with, I think it's going to be a highly defensive game.
That's what I think.
I'm going to make mine quick 17-14 done.
Okay.
What this?
I think that gets about 3 big booms.
3 big booms.
Boom, boom, boom. And I don't think you. Okay, please take the mic out of your mouth. That's all we have for today's episode. Thank you all for watching Game Day. We'll see you in the next one.